What's good, everybody? Jumping back in. Welcome to another episode of Arnold's Thoughts Podcast with the late night show. You know, where we talk about keys to the game. Keys to the game, man. We're gonna pick right back up where we started from yesterday when we went over some of the quotes that the guy playing basketball overseas. We're gonna continue that going right now. We're gonna go over some of his quotes today, like we did last night. A couple more keys to the game. That's the whole point of it. Keys to the game. What is your keys to the game? If you win right now, tap in. Tell me what's your keys to the game. What makes you a successful player? Like, what makes you successful in life, period? What is your tips? What is your goal? Like, what is the steps that you take? Everybody always showing, I got here, I do this. What steps did you take? You know what I mean? That's what this segment is. Keys to the game. I know they got a lot of hoopers out there right now. They're dealing with the season just starting, locking in. I see my boy Jerry just checked in. You know, we was talking and he was just like, trusting the process. Facts, bro. It's trusting the process, bro. And that's a funny thing because everybody got their process. Everybody got their process. It's too easy to be looking at the next man's process and being like, man, why I ain't right there? They ain't picked me up. I was just killing last season. Why they ain't putting me on? It ain't your time yet. It's not your time yet. Wherever you at is where you're supposed to be at. It don't matter. I posted a video on my other page and it was like, I think it was 50 Cent said to Kobe about Kobe. He was like, Kobe Bryant he loved it so much that he just put the work in. Like, regardless of the results, he put the work in to get the results out of it. Like, you just gotta love it. Your passion for it gotta be so much that you put the work in regardless. You know, you put that work in regardless, bro. You just trust that work. Trust in your work. I ain't never been let down from putting in my work. When I go out there and I knock down shots right between your eyes, it's because I put 1,000 up the day before. So I ain't got no stress of shooting that joint the next day. You know what I mean? It's all a process. It's all a process. Like, even me dealing with my situations and what I go through, being 8-9 years in the game, it's literally the walking definition of the process. Literal walking definition of the process. Because if you think it's all easy and strolling apart, you got another thing mistaken, sir. Like, this life is a process. You know what I mean? What my boy said. I think that's what I'm on, bro. Just putting in the work like I do so much other stuff people don't even. This episode of Arnold's Thoughts Podcast is sponsored by Boldclaims Apparel. Bold Claims. It's not just a statement, it's a lifestyle. Click the link in the bio and shop their latest apparel today. Back to the episode. Man, don't even start about... Hey, Jerry, what goes on outside? Shout out to my boy Jerry. He always tapping in. But, you know, all they see is you just came off MVP season, championship. I'm headed back to my old team, back on cloud. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the top dog. I'm coming back. But that's the last thing I know personally that was on your mind. It's like I got so much other stuff going on that basketball, like, once you get 8-9 years deep into the game and you actually been successful on certain levels, you start to realize, like, this is just routine. This comes with the game. You know what I mean? Like, I know the work that I need to put in. I know the spots I need to get to. On that other aspect, life, that guy right there, life, man, it's like you gotta find your median. You gotta find your median of being a productive player, excelling in your career, and dealing with your life. Because there is no other. Like, there is no one without the other. If one doesn't come, if you don't focus on one to build yourself up, you're going to lack in the other. If you're lacking in one, you're probably going to lack in the other. Because if you're not playing good, that means you're getting fired and getting cut. And then you're not going to have no job. And you're really going to have some life problems. What my boy Josh say, tapping in. It's a quote that goes, if I had 1 hour to cut down a tree, I spend the first 45 minutes sharpening the axe. Ooh, Josh, why you had to hit him with that one right there? Why did you have to hit us with that one right there? Man, because you know what? Once you take that time to sharpen that axe. You know what I'm saying? Once you sharpen that axe. Couple swing, bap. He out of there. He out of there. But you know what most people do? Just get to swinging. Just get to swinging. And you know what? Iron sharpens iron. How do you get that axe to its sharpest capability? By putting other people around you, bruh, to help you sharpen your axe. Iron sharpens iron. That's in the Bible. So the countenance of his friends, like basically it's saying, keep good people around you. They gonna help you sharpen your axe. What you listening to, the type of people, like that environment, bro. That's who sharpens your axe. That's how you sharpen your axe, bro. So like, when it get time to you doing what you gotta do, you there. You there. Don't. My boy, he always coming in with the just on point. Just come for just out of nowhere, on point. that was fire. But like I said, we was going back from yesterday and checking out some more buddies' pages. His theme for what he got going on his page is fire to me. Like, just playing basketball overseas. It's like everything that he's saying, I can relate and really emphasize it and get more and deep into it. I even shouted him out. So I'm gonna put him up here again, y'all. Check him out, man. Playing basketball overseas. Come on now. They don't even wanna. There you go. Check him out, man. He's dope. He says things and I can relate to it and really get into depth with it. Like, get in depth with it. Alright? It's okay not to know the play as long as you score the ball. Hey, Jerry, I gotta tell you straight up. So, Jerry didn't know the plays for like the good first, 2 months. Jerry did not know the plays. Hey, it's a little iPhone too, so it's my little side piece. You know what I mean? Just a little side piece. I got it as a deal. I am not an iPhone user, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not an iPhone user. All right. I use my Galaxy S21. That's not what we're here to talk about, Jerry. You ain't have to call that out. It is what it is. Moving on. Anyways, it's okay to not know the play as long as you score the ball. Yes and no. Yes, you cannot know the play and then catch it and just hit a move and score that joint. But we don't think in that aspect of the game, because when you're really playing the game, you got to really break the game down. How do you break the game down? You know, what are your tendencies? What do you get into? Like your sets, when you have to run the clock out, when you have to put pressure on the defense, you have to know your plays. You know what I'm saying? You got to know the sets, because it's a game of chess. The basketball game is a game of chess. You can't just be, I'm out here and I get the ball and I'm scoring. It's not always about you. You know what I mean? And I feel like great players, they understand the sacrifices of this. It's not always about me. I'm good. Like in the documentary, the Jordan documentary, I'm good. Jordan was fine. It's all these other cats that I got to worry about to make sure they're in the right spots. And, you know, I get them going, because I'm going to get mine. Regardless, I'm going to get mine. So, yes, if you don't know the play, and you score, it's cool, but it's like putting a Band-Aid on a busted pipe. It's going to do a little bit, but it ain't going to do much, because when it comes down to the real crunch time situations, you better know them sets, because them sets is what save you. You get tired, Jerry? Boy, that boy Jerry in the final, boy, he passing out on. When you get tired, what's the first thing you go? Your mind. Can't think straight. You looking where I'm supposed to go. Hey, your mind be the first thing to go. So for me, I really preach like IQ. You ain't gotta be the fastest. You ain't gotta be the strongest. You just gotta have the IQ for the game. Know what's going on in the game. And the game ain't all about scoring all the time. I need to score the ball to be effective. It's the people who understand how to be effective without scoring the basketball are the ones who achieve the greatest accomplishments. Because you, no matter what situation you be in, you know how to thrive. You know how to thrive in that situation because now I need the ball. I have to have the ball to be productive all the time. Can you set a back screen? Do you know if you set a flare screen, your 90% chance going to be more open because they're going to help? Stop being just me. It's selfish. You play with 5 players on the court at the same time. So you can't just be thinking in yourself and in the moment. That's like in life. You just can't think about yourself in the moment. A lot more times, if you do something for someone, it will overall bring you more benefit. That's just in life. That's on the basketball court. That's just period. The more you give, the more you will give back. Like the more I try to get someone open, the more open I will get. So yes and no. Let's see what else we got right here. So the quote says, sharing a drink with a teammate and they put their whole mouth all over it. I don't even know where to begin with this one. The things that guys do overseas is just like, who taught you that? Who taught you to put your whole mouth around the whole bottle like that, bro? And then you're gonna pass it to me? No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. Like, let me go back to the cultural thing. The cultural things that people do in different countries is just like, it's culture shock. It's culture shock because you don't realize, like, they don't do it like the Middle East where they got the turban and everything all buffed down. When you see that, the first time I saw that, I thought movie. I'm thinking of the movies where people, flying the planes and uneducated. You know what I mean? Uneducated. So all I see is, this is how they are. But when you see 1,000, 100,000 people dressed in that, you start thinking, well, maybe I'm the one tripping. Maybe they had just put it different. But like, I don't understand their culture. So when you see their teammates or somebody do something like that, like putting their whole bottle, like, I don't know where they learned that from. I'm not here to try to figure out how. You just ain't sharing nothing with me. Okay? I will take my own. You can have it for yourself. I appreciate you. Like when we won the championship, everybody took the champagne bottle and they poured it in the trophy. And everybody drank from the trophy. In the moment, I was like, okay, we just won the championship. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's drinking out of it. And Jerry was like, all them germs y'all got on there. That moment, you gotta live. We won. We won something amazing. We achieved an extremely good goal, big goal. So you just gotta live a little bit. But I thought it was extremely funny how Jerry, the first thing he said, he was just like, no, he was like, I'm not drinking from that. Like, it's funny, but cleanliness and different customs are a big thing when you're playing overseas. You just have to get over it. It's not a big deal. Don't think too much of it. Just let it keep going, man. Just let it keep going like it ain't nothing. Just, hey, bro, I'll get my own. I'll get my own. Don't worry about it. And just keep it pushing. You're locked in. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have those little bonds with your teammates. You just got to know how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Just know how to maneuver. Get around those stuff. Everything be cool, man. That's all I got for you guys tonight, man. Late night keys to the game. All my hoopers, tap in, man. Tap in. Let me know how y'all season going. Let me know what's going on with your season, what your expectations is. Anybody chime in? Let me know what your expectations for the season. What are you averaging this year? You know, how many steals? What are you doing? How many assists? Defense. Tell me what it is that your goals for the season. Then once we start speaking them out and putting them out into existence, it's the only way you're going to achieve it. So let's talk, man. That's all we got, man. Until next time.